Suppose you were invited to a dinner at your mom's house with all of your friends and family, and of course, with you having no culinary experience at all, get volunteered to make the appetizer, instead of just the plates or the forks or the napkins. Also, you have all sorts of finals coming up and you have no time to make the dish because all you're going to be doing is studying. 1,000 thoughts are probably running through your head, like, how am I supposed to make an appetizer? It's going to be nasty, everyone's going to be throwing up all night. Or I have no time to make this, all I've been doing is studying. But don't worry, I'm here to save you. I will tell you how to make a mean spinach dip inside a delicious Hawaiian sweetbread. I'll tell you how to prepare the dish, the actual process of making the dish, and then some good tips on how to present it to your fellow partygoers. The best part is, it doesn't even involve cooking. It's quick, easy, anyone can do it, and your guests will love it. According to ChewOnIt.com, 68% of people at parties enjoy spinach dip, so you really have nowhere to go wrong. First, I'm going to help you with the preparation of the dish. So you need to start out with all of your ingredients. You can just pick these up for a low price at your local grocery store. First, you'll need an 8-ounce can of sliced water chestnuts. These. 1 package of vegetable recipe mix. 1 cup of mayonnaise, this is about 1 cup, 1 10-ounce package of chopped spinach, 1 16-ounce container of sour cream. Then also, for what you'll eventually be putting the spinach dip in, you'll need 1 round of Hawaiian sweetbread. Preferably, it's like 16 ounces. The night before you intend to make this, you'll need to take your chopped spinach out of the freezer because it's frozen, and you'll need to let it thaw out, and then you'll need to rinse out or squeeze out all the juices the next day right before you make it. Also, you'll need to drain and chop your water chestnuts. I've already done this. Okay, next you'll need all your tools. You'll need a large mixing bowl to mix all your spinach dip in, a medium-sized rubber spatula to mix it with, a steak knife, and a platter dish. Once you have all this laid out on your kitchen counter, you're ready to go. Now let's begin making the spinach dip. First, make sure you have your large mixing bowl in front of you. Next, take your spinach dip and just pour it all in here. Make sure it's squeezed dry. You have to do that beforehand. Okay. Next is the 16 ounces of sour cream. This container has exactly 16 ounces, so that's easy. Okay. You'll need to take your rubber spatula and get it all in here. Take the spatula and just get all the sides, all the sour cream. There you go. Next is the mayonnaise. The recipe calls for 1 cup of mayonnaise, and this is 9 fluid ounces, so it's almost a cup, so just get all of it. Just shake it and squeeze the bottle, that's the easiest. And then at the end, just tap it, that'll get it. You may need to keep some paper towels on hand, it gets a little messy. There you go. Next is your package of vegetable recipe mix. Just tear the package open and sprinkle it in there. Sprinkle it like evenly throughout the whole bowl so it'll be easier to mix all together later on. All around. Lastly is the can of water chestnuts that you have hopefully drained and sliced beforehand. Just knock them all in there. Okay. Once you have all of your ingredients put into your mixing bowl, take your rubber spatula and start mixing it together. You'll start like underneath and like do it in layers to make sure everything is all mixed neat and nice. And then just start mixing it all. Well, I used to always shudder at the thought of spinach dip just because it had the word spinach in it, which sounds nasty. But then finally, my friend made me try it one time, and it turned out to be pretty good. You can hardly even taste the spinach, so it's really not spinach dip, really. According to Aaron Beck on Livestrong.com, spinach dip can be part of a healthy diet if you consume it in moderation. It's high in fat, but it's a good source of vitamin A. So that's good to know for all you healthy people on diets. It's good for anyone. Anyone can have it. Alright. There you go. Now once it's all good and mixed, I think you are ready to go. With the side of the bowl, just scrape the spatula so you don't get spinach dip all over you. Again, good to have paper towels on hand because your hands get kind of messy. Alright, then set this to the side and we can work on the Hawaiian sweetbread bowl. Alright, take the Hawaiian sweetbread and your steak knife, because steak knives make it easier, and you're going to cut the Hawaiian bread into like a bowl for your spinach dip. So in the middle, just start cutting. You'll need to leave a little bit, like enough to soak up some of the spinach dip so it won't like leak all over your platter and all over the table. The first time you cut it, you should probably like not cut too much because you'd rather have like too much left than too little, and because you can always go back and cut out more. Alright, so once you cut out the middle, just take both of your hands and kind of get underneath and pull it all out. Pull out the middle, set that to the side, and you have your bread bowl. So yeah, I kind of left a little too much over on this side, so I'm just kind of going to grab it with my 4 fingers and just kind of pull out some in the middle of the bread underneath and put this to the side. Other breads that you could use, it really is just your preference, is sourdough bread or rye dip bread. I've always used Hawaiian sweet bread, and I think it tastes best. Alright, once you have finished the spinach dip and cutting out the bread bowl, you are ready for the presentation. Alright, first make sure you have your large or whatever size platter dish in front of you. Begin by putting the Hawaiian bread bowl in the center. Take it out of the little tin can that it comes in. And then next, easily pour the spinach dip into the bread bowl. Take your spatula and pour it in there slowly so it won't spill all over the bread or all over the counter. You wouldn't want that. There you go. Just pour it slowly. It kind of gets on the outside of the bread bowl and it doesn't look as nice. Kind of got some. Okay. Next, take the middle of the bread bowl that you cut out earlier and just pull it into little bite-sized pieces and place it around the bread bowl. This is for the guests to dip into the spinach dip later and eat it, like dip it and eat it. It's really good. It's really tasty. Some guests, though, probably might not like bread and spinach dip together. So you could always bring like tortilla chips or like taco chips for them to dip into it. That's always like a good alternative. Some guests might like that better. So just pull it all apart and place it all along here on the sides. Okay, that's pretty much all there is to the spinach dip. So now that for that dinner party you're invited to, and you can bring this amazing spinach dip and wow all your party-going friends. I've taught you how to prepare the dish, all your ingredients. I've taught you how to make the actual spinach dip and then the presentation of it for your party. So eat and enjoy.